Okay, good morning. Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming to join me today. I just wanted to share with you the journals that I've been making. If you've been following me, you'll know that I've been making these sewing theme journals, and I just wanted to share them with you now that I've completed them. So I've used Amy from Crafty Cat, her So Fun kit. They've both got papers in them from that kit, but and similar ephemera and things, but they are kind of slightly different. This one has the button fabric, and that's Kath Holden fabric, which I love, and I've just used all of it up now, so that's all finished. And then I just had this snip of fabric. I've no idea what it was. Somebody sent it to me. A friend of mine gave me some. She'd got some bits and pieces left over from a quilt she'd made. So I had enough to do a pocket. And then this one is covered with Tim Holtz fabric. And that's got a crocheted pocket on the side, crochet trim pocket. Yeah, it's got a pocket on it. This one has a little pair of scissors and a snip of that fabric, and this one has little buttons and a sewing machine on. So we'll have a look at them, shall we? I've really enjoyed using these, and as I say, I've used Amy from Crafty Cat's So Fun kit, and then there's some odd papers as well, and I can't remember where they're from. The ones that I had printed out for a long time, that I had never used. This is one of them, and I've just made it into a tag in the front just to show you that there is a pocket just there. Size wise, they're approximately 9 inches tall and about 6¼ wide, and there's going to be over 80 pages front and back in these. So again, this has got the pocket from that fabric, and there's one at the back as well. I've done a little envelope, and there's just a postcard in each of these that I had, that I thought just because it was kind of fashion themed, I just put it in. So, and I love this paper. This is actually wrapping paper that I had, and that one's lingerie of the 50s, I guess, but it is cute. So that's just an envelope that it does just fit in there. So as I say, these papers are from Amy. And I just love the feel of them, and I guess they are kind of a 50s feel. I hope you can see okay. Loved the lady there. I've put a ruffle trim on there, and I've put some fabric. Oh, and this fabric is kind of 50s advertising. I don't know where I've going to say I've had that for a long time as well, and that's now all gone. So using my fabric slowly. Lovely images. This is a page from a vintage sewing book that I had, and when I say vintage, I think it's probably from the 50s. I couldn't find a date in it anywhere, but I've used it there to create a side tuck, and there's a pocket in there, and that's a piece of sewing pattern paper, that gives you the instructions, and then just that pocket there. And then these quotes are from Mrs. Cog. So you can still write on that page. Again, Amy's paper's there. And then this is Amy's paper from her buttons set, because buttons went with sewing. And I've just put a little pocket on there with some of those quotes in. And again, one of those papers that I just can't remember where it was from. I printed those out so long ago. And I've had a problem with my computer, and I haven't got that file anymore. So I can't even look back and say where it's from. One of the papers from the vintage book that I used. This is the backing from the Bonder Web that I use to make the covers. I never throw it away when I've peeled it off. I do take care to peel it in one piece if I can. And I've just edged it there with a piece of that paper. This you made with me, or I made with you. And it's one of those flip pockets with the tracing paper that we did. And that's got 2 pockets there, and then on the back it's got a little tuck spot there as well. And I backed it with some of the pattern instruction paper, and then that just hangs on there. I think the only other papers that I've used in here were Gail Agostinelli's feed sack fabrics, so there may be some of those scattered through here as well, because it just went so well together. Again, there's a ruffle on there. And I didn't want to put a pocket or anything on that one because I just thought it went so nicely with that paper. And I think these are probably tailor-mades, I think. If they're not tailor-mades, they'll be Rachel's. And there's a pocket there. And then I've done that as a flip, so that flips out, and that's my tea dyed papers. And then it flips like that. And again, that's from this book, the 50s book that I had. Could be older than 50s, I think, but it looked kind of 50s. One of the papers again from Amy with the ruffle on. That's avocado dyed paper that I did. And then I've just put a piece of pattern paper, the tissue paper on there. Again, one of the vintage paper pages there. So there's lots of writing space in this one. This is from an old 1940s Ideal Home. Oh, it says it there, look, Ideal Home and Gardening, January 1941. So I've got a couple of those magazines that I got from a store a while ago. And I put another one in there so you can knit that waistcoat if you so wish. The pattern's in here. A bit of a flip just there. The packet of a sewing pattern there, and I've just backed it, and that's one of the feed sack papers. Again, one of Amy's papers. I think that's one of Rachel's. I just wanted to back them with papers that kind of had a feel of fabric. I know the wallpaper, but again, another tag just there that comes with the kit, and there's a window envelope so that you can see through there. And then again, sewing pattern pocket. And then that's just collaged on there. In the middles, I've done like an extra little journaling space. You can put it in the pockets at the front, but I just put it in the middle. And I've just included some extra papers in there that I had. So they're just extra to use. And it's got some little buttons on it. And then there's buttons on the wax thread in the middle. Sorry, my brain's switched off this morning, hasn't it? That's what having a holiday does for you, I guess. The back of the window envelope, and I've just put a flip of some of the fabrics that I had left there, and then I've heat embossed that. I think it's a Tim Holtz stamp, that one. And then again, the beautiful buttoned paper. I love that button paper. And then this is a flip out. So it opens that way, and you've got 3 little journaling cards in there. And then it pulls out that way so that you've got all of Amy's paper. And I think this might be from 1929. I'll check. And then there's a pocket just there. And I just put one of Mrs. Cogg's shoes on there because it was kind of a fashion theme. Another ruffle on there. Pocket up there, and that's made from the tissue paper from Sewing Pattern. Again, the back of that 1941 magazine. So knit your waistcoats, folks. It is quite delicate, this paper. It is old. Another pocket and a flip out just there. That says make, do and mend. That just fits on there. And again, that's one of Amy's papers. I want to say 1929. But it just matched so nicely. Again, the pattern there. Fussy cut. These fussy cuts came with the pattern. And Gail Agostinelli had some as well. I think they were called Gail's Gals. So I cut them out. It took me ages. I'm not so very good at the fussy cutting. Then again, we've got another flip there that comes out. And that opens up again. And then this is wrapping paper. And then Amy's papers there. Then this is a little pocket made out of the tissue paper that comes with your sewing pockets, sewing patterns. And there's just a journaling card in there with one of the book pages. And then one of the book pages there that I've just backed. And if you can hear building work outside, I'm sorry, I have shut my windows. It is quite noisy out there today. Again, the wax paper that I've put some paper around the edge. Look like film stars, don't they? Marilyn Monroe. Fabric flip on there with some different fabrics. Again, a ruffle on there. And then at the back, again, I've put one of those pockets. That was all the fabric I had left to do that with. So that's journal number 1. And that one, it's got a vintage button there on the front, and then that just wraps around and ties closed. Sorry, I bet I'm wobbling this table, aren't I, trying to do that? Carol, stop. Tie it up later. The second one, as I say, it's got the same papers in, different, not in the same place is what I'm trying to say. And again, as I say, that one's got a little snip there of the fabric and a pair of scissors and a little journaling card and the Tim Holtz fabric. And if I can unhook that. So again, I've just had enough to do the pockets, and there's one at the back as well. So that's got the beautiful blue on the inside there because I just thought it went so well with that. So the ruffle on there with that beautiful lady. Pocket there. So you can see it's got the same pockets in, but different order. So we've got the flip out. With the same pocket, same tag in there. Well, same style of tag is what I mean, not exactly the same. Book page. Again, a rubber, a ruffle, not a rubbery ruffle, a ruffle down there. Honestly, my words today. Again, that one flips out, and that's avocado dyed paper. So there is kind of a little pattern on there. I don't know if it picks up on the camera. Again, the paper there from the Ideal Home, the tissue paper. And again, this is the ones that we made, or that I did a video on. That works the same, it hangs over the page. So you can put this wherever you want to in the book, or in one of the pockets at the front, and it's got a tag in there as well. Another pocket there. One of the book pages. I feel as if I've been making these for quite a while, but I guess I have been away on holiday. Oops, sorry, I'm knocking you in between. Again, the tissue paper lady there. And another little flip just there. Little, I never know what you call those. Is it a tab? I'm not sure. Again, the sewing pattern there that's been back into a pocket. Again, a window envelope there, and some of the sewing quotes on there, and a pocket, just pocket tag even in the pocket, collaged on there. And again, in the middle here, we've got another one of the little books. So again, that's got snips of paper in that I had left over that you can use. So they're quite fun, all sorts in there. The reason I put it in that way is so that you can see the buttons on the outside. Again, that one's got a flip there with some fabrics on. Lifts all the way up. That one's one of Amy's papers as well. And then that's got an embossed sewing machine on. Then here again, we've got that flip out. So that flips out that way, and it's got the pocket just there. Again with the shoe on. The pocket just there. So I think, you know, there's lots of space if you want to write in this one, and if you don't, there's lots of pockets in space that you can stick things in if you wanted to. Again, that flips out. Just a little pocket on there. That says it's impossible to be sad when you're holding fabric, and I'm afraid that's me. I am a bit of a fabric hoarder. I've made lots of quilts in my time, so I've got all sorts. I am trying to not buy fabric which is failing, and I'm trying to use up what I've got, which is failing. I think it's difficult when you've got fabric that you really, really like and you get down to the last little bit and you just don't want to use it. I've really enjoyed using these book pages. So I hope you like these two. That one flips out at there again. I thought they were just such fun and bright without being garishly bright. There's little bits of fabric everywhere. I hope I'm not wobbling it too much. I do apologise if I am. I feel really out of touch doing videos. And then this one, the same as the other one, it's got a another pocket. What do you call these? Envelopes. It's got an envelope, and again that's got a postcard in it as well. They're replicas of vintage postcards. They're not really vintage ones. I don't have much actual vintage stuff, but they are lovely ladies, aren't they? Beautiful dresses. And then another journaling card just there. And again, it's got the pocket. So that one I did to close at the back, just so that when it's on your shelf, you've got that little ribbon showing there. So I do hope that you like both of these, and I really do appreciate your support and coming to watch my videos. So I hope that you have liked these, and any comments I'm always happy to answer. But take care, folks, and I will be back soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.